All right, Bismillah. We are getting started with the intern meeting with the 2023-24 interns. I know it's been a while. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Um, it's been a while. I apologize for the silence on our part, but we were actually working in the background. So I'll fill you in a little bit on what's been going on and see how you all can chime in and contribute to the success of the AFIA project. Just a moment, and I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through some stuff. Feel free to ask me questions at any time. All right. Can you all see my screen? I think so.
Yes.
Move things out my way. It's weird. Okay. All right. So here's the agenda I put together very quickly, things for us to kind of go through. I'll remind us all of our mission and the programs that we do, and explain what's kind of on hold for right now and what our next steps are and things that we're going to be working on this year anyway into the first half of next year, inshallah. We had a board strategic planning meeting. As you all know, I informed you all about that. That was around end of October. I'll give you a brief overview of what we discussed and things that you all can help us with in terms of helping to make the organization better. And I will also talk about upcoming activity, which is mainly the Fall Family Fun 3K that we have every year. We plan to have that, and we actually already have some folks registering for that. And then we'll delve into like tasks that you all can help us out with. All right. It's not working. Let's see. All right. So as you all know, here's our mission. Our three main focal areas are health promotion, scholastic achievement, and community engagement. Nothing has changed around that, even as we met during the strategic planning meeting. So really our mission boils down to building a legacy of health and wellness through those three focal areas of health promotion, scholastic achievement for our students, and community engagement. And those focal areas here are the list of activities that we have. But for the rest of this year, well, this year is pretty much over, but into at least the half of next year, these are the main things that we're going to focus on. Well, I'm going to start with the community engagement piece. Wellness Wednesday is always ongoing. Oh, I forgot to put that on the list of things we need help with. Wellness Wednesdays, as you all may be familiar with, if you follow our social media platforms, it's every Wednesday we put out some kind of health and wellness information to the community, things that can be beneficial to folks. The intern doing that right now, it seems like he's struggling with trying to get those things to us on time. So any kind of help around that, and I'll work with you. Our flyers are typically put together in Canva. They're relatively easy, easier than you think. It's really mainly trying to ensure that we're matching our messaging, our health and wellness messaging with whatever awareness month is going on, right? So when it is breast cancer awareness month, we focus on that. When it's obesity awareness, we focus on that and things like that. Fall Family Fun Day, which is the 3K walk. That's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. That's already, the flyer is already up and running, like I said, and folks have already started signing up for it. And then we are starting discussions once again around our Black maternal child health program in the Sister Care Village. So one of our board members, Dr. Rashida McCain Hall, has started speaking with a doula who was interested in possibly partnering with us, the AFIA project. It's still, the discussions are still in the infancy age, so nothing has been agreed upon, but just wanted to give you an idea of what's upcoming and what we're hoping to achieve around that is really a partnership with the doula And then hopefully we'll get started with programming around that and bringing in women, pregnant women in the community to do these programs with. All right. So updates on the strategic plan meeting. We updated our bylaws. I really would love to have you both take a look at it. I want to say we are 95% there in terms of voting to establish it as the new bylaw. Nothing was really wrong with the previous one. We just updated this to reflect the organization, to better reflect what it is we do. So I'd like to get your views on that. I think I mentioned this to you all before, that our involvement in Ivy Vine. Ivy Vine basically stands for Ivy Village Incubator for Nonprofit Excellence. So it's a program where there are 6 nonprofits in PG County that are being handheld by a larger organization called Ivy Community Charities in Suitland, Maryland. And they are helping us achieve the standards for excellence accreditation or recognition by Maryland nonprofit. And what that would do is set us up for grants and opportunities in the future. As I may have mentioned to you all, we just really turned 3 years old, and typically grants are not open to organizations that are still in their infancy, too young to be able to manage the funding. So we're just hitting that mark where we're eligible for various funding, and we would like to be prepared and in good shape to do that. So Ivy Vine is the program that's helping us do that. So with that, there are lots of things we need to cover. So we need to have things like an evaluation plan, a mission and vision statement, which we already have, but we need to tighten it. So I would like to get you both to help us reassess the things we currently have, and also help us get the things that we need to put together so that we can meet that standards for excellence. We also went into some roles and responsibilities refinement with the board and the intern positions, the volunteer positions, and future administrative staff and things like that. Nothing really much for you all to see there, but just wanted you to know that inshallah, God willing, we're hoping that at some point we will have staff and we'd be able to actually hire folks and hire interns. I even have some paid internship positions. So we talked about recruiting volunteers, and interns are under that as well. And we decided on our quarterly meetings. We actually have those dates established. I'm going to share that in this slide. If you can take a screenshot of it. I'm sharing this quarterly meeting, even though it's a board meeting, with you all, because we are looking to have interns attend this as well, the quarterly meetings. So give us your feedback. It's also great learning for you all, especially if you're interested in a nonprofit world, to sort of get a sense of how business is run in when you're having a board meeting. Hang on just for a moment. May I help you?
I need stapler. Thank you.
Don't staple it. I'll do it. Just put it down. Just put it down. Thank you. Sorry. All right. We would really like to get y'all to assist us, and especially assist the secretary, especially when she's taking notes. We would like to just be able to get your feedback on her notes and add things that we may have missed to that. So please take note of those dates, and we'll keep you posted. All right, so on to the standards for excellence. So there's an organization called Maryland Nonprofit. It's actually a membership-based nonprofit, huge umbrella group in the state of Maryland that basically manages or monitors all nonprofits in the state of Maryland. And we are we are a member organization. What they do is they have various trainings. They help with information about who we need to be talking to, speaking with, in order for us to get grants. They invite Congress, men and women to come talk to us in terms of allocation of funds to nonprofit work and things like that. So it's a great resource to have. They also are basically the authors of the Standards for Excellence, right? So they have a list of the things that we need to, all the marks we need to hit in order to be accredited as a Standard for Excellence organization. And we'll go to that. But basically what I want you all to do, I'm sharing the username and password with you. I want you to log into our account with them. First, get us a list of all the activities we need to hit. There are three main levels of Standards for Excellence. If I can't find it, I should have that at least in my saved up for myself. But as I've worked with our coach, we've kind of jumbled it all up. So I want to see the original, and I don't have the time to go look for the original. So there's a list of things that marks we need to hit, the activities I call them, but they're more than activities, but things we need to do as an organization in order to hit that. There are three levels, like I said. And then I also want you to help us with templates for each of those activities. So an example is that we need to have an evaluation plan. So if you can find a template example that Maryland Nonprofit provides on their website, that would be super helpful. We need a diversity, inclusion, statement, if you can help us find that. So I need a collection of all these things that come in template forms, because they've provided for us. And then what we have to do is to tweak it to our own use so that it speaks to what we do at the AFIA project. Okay, before we get into that, I'm actually going to go to their website. I have it here already. Let me just, I'm going to copy my username. Just ignore, just copy. Okay, so this is a website when you click on that link, and I can provide the link specifically, all this information again on the group chat. Actually, just to YouTube, because I don't necessarily want everyone to have it. So you log in. Oops, okay. All right, so it's basically a library. It stands for excellence. You can spend time reading more about it just to get a sense of what it is. But what I need help with is, browse the various. I'm not even sure. Hold on. I think this might be the list of stuff that we need. I'm not sure. Okay. Program evaluation. So some of the things that I mentioned are here that we need kind of like a template for. And I'm clicking on this to look. What we need you all to do is just click on them. Okay, you can download. I'm not going to do all that, but download them to see what would be useful. And I'll create a folder for you all to save everything that you find here. What I can't find it, but I also want you guys to help with this. Hold on, I'm going to open up a document. Let me see if I can pull that up. It should come probably an Excel spreadsheet, not sure. Come on. It's taking a while to open. Okay. Okay. This is what I was looking for. Here it is. This is something that was shared by the coach, but I can't find the original. So this is based on what I've worked with on her so far. The goal, whatever. So there are different areas. So this is specific to the mission, strategy, and evaluation. So the evaluation methods are cost effective for the organization. First of all, sorry, let me go back up here. There are three levels of determination, right, that I mentioned. So we have the basic tier. So your basic tier for standards for excellence. Then there's the basic enhanced, and then the accreditation requirement. By the end of this year, which is December 31st, we need to have at least met the till piece, which are these things in blue. We've done quite a few. This is a long list. We've met quite a few of these things already. As you can see here, some of them we pushed into 2024 just because we don't have it yet. But what I want you to help us find, I want you to help me locate first the original document that lists all these different measures for what we need, right? I don't necessarily want to share this particular document with you because it'll confuse the issue further. Am I making sense to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you can help us find that, that would be great. That's the first step. And then, so with this, let's take this as an example. Okay, quantitative and qualitative. Some of them are not document based. Some are things that we just need to do. Evaluation method include input from, okay, no. Yeah, you would have to read through to make sense of what we need. But I'm actually thinking I need to just sit with you to do it. Hold on. Okay, so develop the main thing. Evaluation methods are cost effective. So before we can even determine whether or not the evaluation method is cost effective, we have to have an evaluation plan, right? We don't have that right now. So we would look for an evaluation plan template where we can now state all these things that it's asking us in terms of the measures or goals to say, in our evaluation plan at the AFIA project, we're going to do X, Y, Z, and that will contain all of this, right? So you kind of have to read through to try to make sense of what would be needed for that particular, to help us measure the goal, right? So evaluation tool is what's needed for these. Let me see another one. Right, description of the framework. That will be these are all evaluation plan stuff. In a way, evaluation plan kind of covers all of these, right? So I'm skipping through it to look for another good example. Okay, board committees. Board members participate in board committees. So this all has to do with our board. Our board is pretty functional, alhamdulillah. So we have yeses on pretty much everything. But if there's a template on how to run a board, if you can find a template around that, that would be great to have. Then all the things that we're doing that we say we've done here, we can now tweak that template to reflect it. Does that make sense? Right. So not just, it's good that we're doing it, but there's no proof to them, right? When they're looking at the organization, say you're doing it. And we collect our minutes. We actually take minute notes and also record it. So part of what would be in kind of the guide for the board meetings would be meetings are recorded when it's like, we just need to state what we're doing so that we can have proof to say this is what we said we're going to do and this is how we've been doing it, right? So that's board. Let's go to another one. Job descriptions. So if there's any kind of template you can find out there, the good thing is I've actually done the job descriptions, as I mentioned. Here. We have an organogram that we've put together. Ooh, where's the other one? That's not. I think that's further up. Okay. So these are some of the things that we worked on. We have committees, right? And I'm sharing this with you so you know that these are things we have. We just need to figure out a way to relay that information, right? To Maryland nonprofit or whoever is looking at us to determine whether or not we meet the standards for excellence. So we have this. We have the board itself. We have so this is for the board. This is for staff members. Now we don't have staff just yet. The only thing we have pretty much is an executive director, which is me, and our interns and volunteers, right? But we still have these things listed and we have plans for them so that let's say we get $1 million in grant next tomorrow, we know that we can jump in and get started because we have all these things planned out. And we have the job descriptions, the board of director description. Let me just jump to things that make sense. So the basic duties of the board. So for each of the board members, a chair, we have vice chair, secretary, assistant secretary. We have all those job descriptions outlined already, right? So that gives you an idea of, well, we have it here. It's just in the PowerPoint form. How do we collate this and put it in a document that would reflect that? So when we're asked for this proof, we can just say, oh, everything is in one document. Here it is, right? So those are some of the things that you'll help us search for on the website, on the membership page. What else? So, okay, so work responsibility, that's it. Written job descriptions, yep. Okay, those are that. There's another thing that comes to mind. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called. Don't focus so much on the purple yet, because we're not expected, sorry, on the green rather. We're not expected to be in the green yet. There are organizations that have been in existence for 20 years and they're not even at the teal level just yet. Honestly, if we can hit all of the teal and some of the purples, but before the end of the year, which we have, like I said, we have this information, we're just in crunch time to put it together. I would be so grateful. We don't have board evaluations just yet. Board meets regularly. So again, anything that shows us like that, a template where we can state that we used to meet monthly, now we've changed it to quarterly. Finances. So what is this about finances? Okay. Okay, board, okay, this is a good one. Leadership succession plan. We don't have a plan right now. This actually, we would really need like a template that would help guide us. And succession plan is, say something happens to me as the executive director. We need a plan in place so that somebody else can step into my shoes and continue to operate the organization. Right. So we don't, COVID, we didn't really take this seriously until COVID happened 3 years ago. And folks who used to lead organizations just were not able to fulfill those roles. And they didn't have succession plans in place. And that really caused some organizations to become non-existent. We don't want that for ourselves. So if you can find any kind of template on document about succession plans, how to begin doing that, that would be great for us to have. All right. Reimbursement, I'm not. So yeah, anything about our board members are not compensated, just to know, so you know that, but if there's anything you can find around reimbursement. So let's say they purchase something for an activity, the ways for us to reimburse them, that would be great to have that. Things about salary. No one has a salary right now, but it'll be great to have that. So again, the board has reviewed, sorry, these are compensation. We don't have board members, but it'll be good to find something around that. All right. I'm trying to figure out, see other things I can. Okay, DEI, this is a diversity, equity, and inclusion statement. So we would need that. Registered as required. Okay, yeah. So for things like this, like legal, are you registered in the state of Maryland? Do we have appropriate licenses and things like that? There typically would be a form, like a checklist for us to use to guide us through this. So that would be good to have if there's a template out there. So we're not recreating it. Other policies, whistleblower policy, we need that. We don't have it. I know that for a fact. We do not have it. So if you have if you can find stuff around that, that'll be great. Conflict of interest, board compliance. So these, what I'm saying here are like keywords you would search up to bring up documents that would be useful, that could be useful. Ethics and staff, let's see, conduct themselves in a professional manner. Grievance procedures, those are actual documents, I'm sure. So code of ethics / core values, so just some ways for us to state that, and all this information we just need. So I'm getting overwhelmed because I don't have the time to get into all of this and search for them on this wonderful web portal that we have. So that's what we need your help with. Is this clear or is it not? I'm thinking if you can dedicate 3 to 5 hours a week, we can knock a whole lot of this out in a short period. If you once you have the templates, just let me know. I can look through it, filter through it, and say, decide this is useful, this is not useful, and then we can start using those templates from there. All right.
I did have a question.
Yes,
Sorry.
go ahead.
So in terms of like when we find the list on the website of all the measures, do you want us to try to find templates for all of those or just the ones that you've marked no on?
I would say you're not gonna see my yeses or nos, right? What you're gonna find is the original. What I shared with you just now is what I've worked with the coach, the Ivy Vine coach, on to let her know like what we've been doing so far. So you'll have no real clue about what we've put together, because I kind of want you to start from afresh, right? You're just gonna have those lists. Our primary concern are the things in teal. I don't know what color it looks like on their end. I haven't seen it from the original form. I don't know if I hope it's something you can find, but I don't have it here. That would be wow, that I actually need to know that, because I need to know if we can find it. Let me see. Let me see if it's here. So here, this might be it. Program evaluation, legal compliance. So these are the resources I'm looking for. I just need them downloaded. What I want to know is, let me see this. I want to see if that list is here. No. Oh my gosh, ladies, this is what I'm looking for. This just lists all the documents. That we would need, but it doesn't have that measures. Okay, so this, I can just download this. I'll get it out of there. That's done. So it looks like this is it. Let me see. I'm sharing that link right now. Hang on. I'm sharing it to the group chat. But my group chat is looking funky. There's something going on with it. I don't know if it's just not updated. I'll put it in the chat for this, for the where's the chat here? All right. Just so we have that. Okay. That's probably the biggest thing I need. The biggest help I need right now is finding that original list of measures so that I know that what I'm working with is complete. And then from there, we can now start downloading all of these documents and starting to sift through them. Make sense? Okay, looks like a lot. It is a lot. All right, so that's what I need help with. So let's continue with this. So the Fall Family Fun 3K is coming up November 25th, Saturday. We excited. Now it's really a low-key type activity. It's just come out. We're encouraging community members to come out with their families, friends, loved ones. We do we have some fruits and fruits, oranges, apples, bananas, and water available to the community members to eat as they get ready to go on the walk or run or jogging or whatever it is. We do some stretches with them, very low impact type stretches, very low key kind of thing. The idea is to get people to come out and walk and we mark off 3 kilometers. So we are asking for our volunteers to help out with this. What you pretty much help us do is man the table, to make sure that things are, set up nicely. There's a video we can watch it together. I think I sent it to you, Suliat, from last year. What we also had the volunteers, the interns help us do was mark the path that actually makes it 3 kilometers, because they're different. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Lake Artemisia, which is in Greenbelt. But would you both, I know I spoke to you already, actually, Suliat. Aiza, would you be able to attend?
I'm not exactly sure what my schedule looks like that day. I'd like to if I'm free, but would it be possible for me to get back to you soon?
Yes,
Okay.
please. I would
Mhm.
really appreciate that, sooner rather than later, but that would be greatly appreciated. So yes.
Sounds good.
All right. So
I
that
have a question.
mhm.
So when does it end? If it start at 10 a.m., when?
I would say it really shouldn't take you more than 45 minutes to do 3 kilometers, but the
Okay.
longest, like an hour, in terms of walking. So you as a volunteer, I would need you there by 8 a.m. to help set up. And I would expect you to stay until 12 noon at the very least, maybe even up to 1 p.m. because there really won't be any cleanup as such. We'll have a banner, the Afia Project banner. We'll have a table. It's just a matter of helping set those up and helping break them down and, putting them back in the car for transportation. But that's pretty much it. So 8 to 12 is what I am anticipating in terms of participation. Last year, some of the suggestion, that we were toying with was to make it fun and do like a scavenger hunt and, ask folks, see if you can find, because it's a lake. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's beautiful there. And this is the picture here is actually truly a picture of the lake itself. And we were gonna say if you find a turtle, because they have some wildlife there, a turtle or what's it there was a gazebo, a train, because it's right next to the train track. Just to kind of like mark it off, have fun with that, and have gifts at the end. If you all would, any one of you would like to help manage that part of it, I would be more than happy to share more and talk about it some more. But I know it's something that I won't be able to do because I'll be busy trying to make sure everything else is going great, if that makes sense. But it would be nice to make it fun, especially for the little kids, and we can have some little goodies for them as parting gift prizes. At the end of the walk, they come back and say, oh yes, I found 6 out of 7 items you said to look for. I found all of them. And, we celebrate them. We give them some kind of gifts and stuff. But we're limited by the number of people we got in terms of interns or volunteers. But if any one of you is willing to take that on, I'm more than happy to work with you. So let me know. All right. So I think my last slide is really just, okay, I mentioned this already. So the things to help with this, I'll actually just come. So prepping for 3K, Suliat, so what are you thinking right now? Are you able to commit to helping, or it's still a maybe?
Yeah, it's still a maybe.
Okay.
But I will let you know by next week if I'm
Okay.
able to.
Because we really don't have much time. I need to
Yeah.
plan. Can you let me know by the end of this week?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. And same thing for you, Isa. Can you let me know by the end of this week?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, thank you. So by Friday, inshallah, I'd like to know. Administrative support. If you don't mind, I actually would want both of you to look at that bylaw once we have it finalized, just to read through it. We want to make sure there are no typos in it. We want to make sure that it makes sense. If there's anything that's not clear to you, I want to get your feedback. So I'm going to say that, it's not right away, but down the pike, right? Are you both able and willing to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yeah. And Asa. All right. So how about standards for excellence? That whole checklist thing. Now I know it's still confusing, so just note that I'm learning as we go as well. But if you're both interested in able to help us with it, you'll both have to work together. So you may actually both need to do some Zoom sessions where you are kind of going through it to plot out like how you're going to do the work. So is this something you, and this is something we need started right away. So would you both be able to help with this?
Yeah, I think I would be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm okay with it. We just have to find a time so we can meet
Yeah,
together.
so I was going to
Yeah.
suggest that you both exchange email and phone numbers right now so that you can both communicate with each other. And if you need me to chime in on something, feel free to call me up. Even if if you're meeting right at that moment, I may be able to take the call. Then we'll discuss it. If not, shoot me a text message. The 860 number is the best way to reach me. That's my personal cell. So just feel free to text me or call me to ask for anything that you need. I'm gonna stop sharing. That's pretty much all I have. Oh, I was gonna share this. Isaiah, I don't think you've seen this, but I like this. Hold on.
I just put my number in the chat.
Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, you both share your numbers. Did you get to see, did you ever watch this, Isa, the 3K?
No, I don't think
Last
I've
year,
seen
okay.
that.
I'm going to play it and just kind of talk through it. So that was one of our UMBC interns. So the table looks like this. You see how very plain it is? So those are two of our volunteers. You help mark the starting point with the chalk. And what you don't see is she went around and marked it. You know, I had previously done like a walk around it to figure out what 3 kilometers would be and what route is the best way. And then she just went ahead and marked it, and we marked like you've finished 1K, 2K, and then 3K at the end. So here we have a community member leading kind of like the stretches. Swings, let's go. So yeah, you see the markings. Yeah, so the scavenger hunt could be how many ducks did you see, or did you catch, see a duck? All right. You made it. Okay, so this is pretty much what the intern helps with, like make sure that we transport the stuff from the car, because it's a little bit of walk from the car parking spots to get into where we actually set up at the trail. Okay. All right. So that was it. Just wanted to give you a good sense of what that looks like and what to expect, right? It's just imperative that you get there on time early so that we can be set up before folks get there and we're ready for them to go. And if you're interested in doing a scavenger hunt, let me know. I'll be more than happy to work with you on that. So hopefully by Friday, I expect to get word from you all. We've I think at least 5 families have signed up already, which is good. They don't really have to sign up. It's just, it gives us a good sense of how many people to expect. So we don't have a million bottles of water and only 50 people show up. Last year, around 50 people showed up, which is not bad at all. Again, we're still in that phase of building up what we do. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Any questions for me? Again, thank you so much for giving me grace in terms of not returning your calls right away. It's been busy, as usual, not just, with the after project changes going on, but also just personal life. My kids are in school in Virginia, so having to shuttle between Maryland and Virginia and all that stuff. But I think we're finally getting to a point where we're getting settled in. So alhamdulillah, things are a little calmer for me. So I really appreciate your patience. And I hope your school year is going well for you ladies too. I didn't even ask. You're about halfway through the school year now. So how's that for you all?
Alhamdulillah, it's going well. It's getting a little bit stressful because it's towards the end, but it's good.
Yeah, I'll make it easy. How about you, Asa?
Yeah, I would say the same. I think a lot of people are busy with like exams around now, so
Yeah.
I know I am, but
I'm
we're getting through it.
I'm sure you're looking forward to Thanksgiving break. That's kind of like, ooh, I've done my midterms. Can I go home now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, please go ahead and get started on the Standards for Excellence. Help with that. That would be greatly appreciated. I will start a folder on Google Forms right now after I get off with you and send you a link. So anything you do, save it onto there. All the documents, just label them in a way. I mean, I don't know how they originally labeled them, but in a way that'll make it easy for me to kind of know what's saved up there so I can work with it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, ladies. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank
And
you.
take
Thank
care.
you, you
Assalamu
too.
alaikum.
Yes, salam.